Hey guys, welcome back to Once Over Wrestling. My name is Doc. This is my wife, Kaz. Isn't she pretty?
Aw, you're so sweet.
And we are back to give you guys the once over for Monday Night Raw. It would be great if you guys could hit the subscribe button, the like button, the notification button to let you know when we upload new videos, and hit the share button. Share it with your friends. So, with all that out of the way, should we start with Raw and, well, let's just start with Raw.
Okay. What were you going to say?
Well, and the craziness that was the Superstar Shakeup.
The Superstar Shakeup, yes.
It's happening.
It is. So, yes, Raw starts with Jinder out in the ring, and he is going to defend his title against Jeff Hardy.
Yes. So he shows up, and at first he didn't want the match, but Kurt Angle essentially says, if you want to be here, you gotta have a match.
Right. So, you want to say what happened?
They had a match. Jeff Hardy got kicked in the head by Jinder, but he ends up hitting a very delayed Swanton Bomb and takes the belt off of Jinder Mahal. We have a new United States champion. So that puts the Universal, the Intercontinental, and the United States belt on Raw.
It does. His Swanton Bomb is scary, by the way.
Yeah.
And so Jinder then says he's going to invoke the rematch clause at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
There you go.
When he was backstage with Renee at that point. And No Way Jose makes an appearance backstage.
That's, yeah. He was talking in No Way Jose's music and party. We can't call them the Rosebuds, but
It's just his conga line.
his conga line was sort of stealing Jinder's thunder.
Yes. Following that, we had a match with Bayley versus Sasha Banks.
Yep.
Um,
But not really a match. I mean, yes, a match, but it was all there for the purpose of introducing.
of the next, yes. So,
Well, hi. Here's
oh,
our
it's
cat.
a cat. This is Steamboat. Yes, and it looks like Bayley's going to tap because Sasha puts her in a bank statement, but out comes the Riot Squad, and first they beat up Sasha, and then they take a turn on Bayley.
Sasha Thumper. Sorry.
So, this is the introduction of the Riot Squad to Raw.
Yay.
Yeah. Then we have the Authors of Pain versus Rhino and Heath Slater.
Yeah, this is a pretty hard-hitting match. It was really good. But it really ends up being somewhat short. Authors of Pain hit the last chapter onto, I think it was Rhino, and get the win.
Yep. Following that, there was the Miz TV.
Yes, so Miz comes out and says that he's going to introduce some people. It's Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. He says that they're going to be on Raw. Kurt Angle comes out and says, no, they're not going to be on Raw. We talked about this last week. And then Sami Zayn puts on the tiniest little pair of reading glasses and says that they have an email from someone and that he made a huge mistake, that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are amazing talents, and Stephanie McMahon is overriding his decision, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are now on Raw. So Kurt Angle says, well, I just had a conversation with Paige and Shane McMahon, and apparently Daniel Bryan still has some pull over on SmackDown, and he says he wants The Miz on SmackDown. Miz says, you can't do this. Kurt Angle says, I already did. Then he sets up the night's main event, a 10-man tag team match between Miz and Miz Taraj. Let's see if I can do this. Miz and Miz Taraj, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman, and a mystery
Right.
opponent, a debut.
Which we'll find out later
Yeah.
who that was. The one thing about The Miz going to SmackDown, The Miz Taraj
Yes.
does not.
Yeah, and then he says something about, you're losing 3 people, and Kurt says, "Oh, no. Miz Taraj is staying here." So it's just the Miz going
It's
to
just
Raw.
the Miz. Yes. So next we have the Revival versus Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt.
Yes. It was it was a pretty short match.
Yeah, and the winner is then facing the Bar at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Exactly.
Is the setup for that.
Good match. They end up hitting Matt Hardy and Woken Matt Hardy and Woken Bray Wyatt end up hitting a side effect, but Bray Wyatt grabs, I think it was Scott Dawson's legs, and holds them up for a second, so they get kind of a little more height on the move, and he just kind of throws him down too. So.
Yep. Then we have the Bar backstage with the Fashion Police, who are now on Raw, and I love the Fashion Police.
Yeah.
And then we have another little backstage segment with Rhonda and Kurt, and who shows up there?
Natalia. Which is actually kind of cool because Natty actually posted a picture of Rhonda and her on Twitter when Rhonda first started actually wrestling or training for wrestling. So their relationship is legit.
Yeah, they have one.
Yeah.
In real life.
So.
Yeah. So after this, we have a match Ember Moon versus Mickie James with Nia on commentary.
Yeah, and it was really just a showcase for Ember Moon. It was a good match, and man, Mickie James is great. She's such a great wrestler. She's really good. But Ember Moon is the future, and she hits her Eclipse and gets the win.
Yep. We have a short backstage segment with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens with The Miz.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was just them saying, listen, because he wants to know. There you go. How's that for a shot? Miz wants to know about SmackDown and how everything works backstage, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are like, are you kidding me? Shane McMahon is the worst. He had a vendetta against us, but let's focus on our match tonight.
Yeah. Next, we have Dolph appear. Dolph Ziggler comes out to the ring and starts talking.
Yeah, he's back on Raw, and he's interrupted almost immediately by Titus Worldwide.
Yes.
Titus O'Neil, Apollo Crews, and Dana Brooke make it to the ring. Titus says, hey, you're great. Let's be great together.
Join us.
Join Titus Worldwide. And Dolph says, well, you interrupted me because what I was going to say is that I didn't come alone. And Drew McIntyre comes out from behind. He comes from the crowd area and beats up Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews. And then the both of them together end up just leaving him laid out in the ring. And they make their way up to the ramp. So there you go. We have a new tag team
Dolph
on Raw.
and Drew McIntyre.
I mean, I don't know how they put these two guys together, but, I mean, they have opposing styles. They might make a really good tag team.
Yeah. Following this, we have Roman come out to the ring, talk.
Man, that crowd hates him.
They do. They were so loud while he was talking.
Yeah.
He couldn't even, you couldn't hear him. Then Samoa Joe comes to the top of the ramp.
So good.
Much like last week, though, kind of saying
was
the
pretty
same
much the
thing.
same thing.
You're going to lose to Brock, and I'll be waiting for you.
Yeah,
and
except for the fact that this time it looked like maybe he was going to get in the ring.
yes, twice, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Then we have the Absolution, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville come out. But it's Mandy Rose versus Natty match.
Yep.
And Natty wins.
Natty wins
with
with
a
a sharpshooter.
But then Sonya jumps in the ring and starts
Beating up.
Natty, who then
That brings out Ronda Rousey.
to defend Natty.
And it's this was actually kind of a cool moment because they start, as they usually do, touting Sonya Deville's MMA background. And so both Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville are outside the ring when Ronda comes in. And Sonya gets back in the ring and starts doing her little punches, at Ronda. And Ronda's just like, what's happening here. And so Sonya Deville goes to punch her, and Ronda just unloads on her and hits her with like a leg sweep, and it looked really good.
Yeah, the leg sweep was really good. Yeah, so Ronda's out defending Natty. Then we have the Fashion Police versus the Bar.
This was a funny match.
It was a good match. I liked this match.
Yeah.
And the Fashion Police,
Well,
Tyler Breeze.
weren't you, and you had just said, like, there's no way that the Fashion Police win this.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I wonder if maybe this is the beginning of the end for Sheamus and
For the
Cesaro.
Bar. Yeah. We shall see. But then there's a backstage segment with Elias with Renee, which was hilarious because he keeps calling her Rachel.
Yeah, yeah.
And-
exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah. And then we have the big event for the night, which is the 10-man tag team match
Yep.
with, you want to list them again, or should we just say the special?
Miz Miztourage, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Seth, Finn, Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman, and Glorious. So Bobby Roode is now on Raw. And they have a pretty fun match. I mean, it's maybe a 10, 15-minute match. It culminates with everybody being able to hit their finisher or a signature move of theirs. And it ends with Bobby Roode getting the pin.
No.
No? It ends with...
So what happens is Braun is up against
Oh,
the
that's
Miz,
right.
and the Miz tries to tag in the Miztourage, but both of them
Yeah.
jump off the apron.
Yeah, exactly. So they leave Miz all by himself in the ring.
Yeah.
And it's Braun Strowman who's in there with him, and Braun grabs Miz, hits him with a running power slam, and gets the 1-2-3. So it was kind of a cool moment at the very end where the five guys, the good guys, were all standing in the ring together, and then the Miz is sitting outside the ring by himself, looking distraught and sad.
King sad.
So
Poor the Miz.
there you go. That's your once over for Raw. We will continue to see what happens with the Superstar shakeup. You got one prediction for tonight? What's going to happen on SmackDown?
You're.
Put you on the spot?
I can't think that fast.
No?
We have talked about it, but now I don't remember anything we've said.
I think Finn Balor ends up on SmackDown.
Yes, we did talk about that.
Yeah.
Who else did we say?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Yeah. What is wrestling?
You should know better than to put me on the spot. I can't remember my name when you put me on the spot.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
All right. Well, thanks again for joining us, guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, the notification button to let you know when we upload videos, and the share button. Share it with your friends. We will be back to do a once-over for SmackDown, so join us for that. And then after that, we will do one for 205 Live in NXT, so be sure to catch that. So unless you have anything else, all right, we will see you next time.